Okay, so here's my challenge to you. You make this year be committed to, I'm going to get better control of the club face where I can hit more shots and make the ball curve. The other thing, you say, okay, this hole, hold this angle, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to figure out from this drill, how do I get my hands to come down and the club head to go out? So this is how you play golf. We're not going to play golf this way anymore. It'll look, if we put you on the video, it'll look like this, but it's going to feel like this. Now, when you guys do this at first and you get the club going out, what you'll do is you'll end up hitting some hooks because you're so used to hanging onto the club and trying to flip it. Now, all of a sudden, you get it in the right position and you flip it, what happens? So if you start hitting duck hooks, go, damn it, this is awesome. So you've lived on one, you've lived in a lake, now all of a sudden you hit it in the range, you're going perfect. Because we can find the middle. So, you know, most people live in right field. Here's another thing for you to think about. These driving ranges, and I've told people this and I keep telling you, because I don't know that much, but the things I know are very relevant to you getting better. Because it helped me dramatically when I was a kid. When I used to hit balls, every ball I hit was in a shag bag. So every ball I hit, guess what I had to do? Okay, so when you guys come out and you hit balls, here's what I want you to think about. What club am I going to hit? So if I hit these balls to warm up, that when I got through, I could pick them up in about 5 minutes and not lose any of them. Now, if you're going out to play and that's just your wedge, and that's the only club you can hit, then that's all you should hit. If you get to where you can hit your 7-iron and you hit it out there and they're all grouped pretty good, okay, 5-iron, fine. As soon as you go to a club where you lose control of where the ball's going, what you're doing isn't doing you any good relative to playing golf. None. It might get you some sense of what's going to happen on the course, but relative to having any control of the ball, you've done zero for your game. Zero. The first 3 years I played golf, I did not hit a ball that I didn't have to go pick up. I never had a range. So I was either hitting shag balls or I was on the golf course playing. Well, you have to go find those. So every ball I hit, I had to go pick up. That's one of the big reasons I got really good really fast, because I didn't want to lose golf balls. You're spraying them. There was no way I was going to hit a driver. Right. Why would I hit a driver? Even though I had room to hit it, I'm not going to hit it because I'm going to lose half my shag balls. And if I do that 3 or 4 days in a row, I'm not going to have any balls to practice with. You guys don't practice that way. So these facilities, as good as they are, have kind of ruined your progression in the game because it allows you to stand there and hit a ball with no penalty for not controlling where it goes. You just want to see how far you can hit it. My goal with you is to simplify down what you need to do and to try to get out of your head some of these concepts that aren't necessarily wrong to some degree. But what ends up happening is you end up spending a lot of time practicing things that have no value to where you are in the game. And who do you start to blame for the fact you don't get any better? You blame yourself. I can't tell you how many guys come up to me and say, every sport I've played, baseball, basketball, football, tennis, skiing, water skiing, table, anything, I got pretty damn good at. I was decent. This game, I suck, and I've been playing it for 30 years. Well, something's wrong there. Because this game, as opposed to all those games, the ball doesn't move. This should be easier, not harder. The ball's not moving. I'd played golf for 2.5 years, and I won our state open, and I was a college All-American. I was good enough to play the tour, and I'd played golf for 2.5 years. Now, I was lucky that I fell into golf the correct way with the right concepts to where make the ball go at the target was really easy. Really easy, because I had good hand-eye coordination. I knew how to make a bat run into a ball, and I had never had an instruction in my life. never. And then I won all those things, and then I started taking lessons. Because the guys that were around me didn't feel like they were good enough to get me to the next level. So I went and took lessons. The first lesson the guy gave me, he weakened my grip, which killed me, and he made me start holding this angle longer. And immediately I shanked it. I'd never hit a shank in my life. I didn't even know what that was. And all of a sudden, bink, and I hit one that goes over there, I'm going. And he goes, that was perfect. And I'm going. So I went from a college All-American winning events that were like tour events to afraid I was going to swing and miss the ball in 6 months. I spent the rest of my career trying to figure out what I had at 17 because I didn't know. Well, now I know. So I'm just trying to help you guys with what's important. If you come out here and you work on the wrong things, you can practice and practice. I hit more balls than you will ever hit, believe me, with the wrong concepts. And I got good enough to get to a certain point, but every swing I made, it felt uncomfortable. It never felt athletic. I always felt like I was trying to make the club do something. When I was younger, it was just hit a ball. I mean, I just stand up there and take the club back and I just hit it. And it just felt like every other sport I'd ever played. My body didn't feel all tight, and I didn't feel like I was trying to make my elbows do this and my wrists do that and keep my head down and keep my left arm straight and finish over here and make sure your hat's on straight. You know, so it can get complicated quick. Doesn't have to be.